right. Shalom, 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 shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. I will say this is a lovely, lovely, lovely early morning in which the Most High, Ahaya has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Just coming with a little something. Not long, not a long drawn out message, being so all is finished. I was doing a video earlier and I thought about something, and it's been on my mind ever since it came out of my mouth, and that is that when he said it's done, it's finished, it is actually finished, and that he's not coming back. So when you see all this stuff that's going on, this is why all this stuff is being allowed to take place. It's because he's done. He's not coming and make it right and turn it left and turn it right, or make it go up or make it go down. That's not where he's at in this hour, this last hour in which we are in. And whatever is not right in us, if we have not gotten it right, even as I speak, it ain't gonna be right. It is what it is, because we don't understand that. We think that we control our destiny from A to Z. We don't understand that why the Creator can be finished, because he already know. He created your going and your coming, your up and your downs. And the way that you conduct yourself pretty much tell you where you're going, where you head, what direction you are going in. And the reason why people can't see the direction they're actually heading toward is because they so busy hearing the mouth of others tell them what direction they shall go. See, that individual don't know who you are. They don't know who you are. See, and it's a sad thing, it's a sad thing that we have taken on so much chaos and so much wicked and evil in these dark and evil days, to where we can't even see righteous. And it had always been present. Whenever there was unrighteous, there is righteous, ever present. But we in the flesh, we chooses the ways that is unrighteous over that which is righteous, because it pleases us to do the opposite of what is righteous. You see, so what we're doing is what he knew that we would do. So I can embrace him saying he's finished. It makes a lot of sense why he is finished. It makes a lot of sense why things are actually taking place right now, you guys. A whole lot of sense. It's because he's done. And even Satan himself knows that the Father is done. That's why he's having a wang dang doodle time. Yep, the old saying, wang dang doodle time. And he having it, and he's playing it for all it's worth. And those that are walking or desiring to walk in what is righteous, they already know. They already know that the will of the Father is that we keep repenting and keeping our face before him, desiring to do the things which is righteous versus the things which is unrighteous. But there are many out that's so schemy. They so schemy. They think they're cunning, and they think they in their own craftiness. Do they not understand that still the Father got this? He know what he doing. People don't even understand their whole thought pattern, their whole lifestyle matches their spirit destiny. See, a lot of them don't know that. They're thinking one way and hoping that they're going to go another when everything is said and done. No, baby, you walking yourself right where you at today and where you gonna be tomorrow, except for tomorrow is going to be eternal, and it is not going to have an end to it. So if you thinking that it's okay to be about the things of the world and the way the world sees things, take in things and live things, making right wrong, wrong right, doing wickedness in all kind of how would I say, craftiness, because people are doing it with sorcery and witchcraft and cunning, very cunning, and just chasing all kind of ways that they have gotten away with in life for so long, to where it's who they are, and not understanding it's all well here. But that's when you know people who don't have the spirit. Another thing about those people, they don't have the spirit of fear of the Most High or higher. They don't have the spirit of fear. And see, people don't know the spirit of fear is a gift from the Most High or higher. The spirit of fear is a gift from a higher. It is something that he gives unto his, in which he has chosen and elected for his name's sake. You see? So that's one of the spirits that comes down with faith, belief, endurance, righteousness. See, people don't understand that. Those things are the true spirit, fruits of the spirit. That's what you call the true fruits of the spirit of the Most High, higher. Money is not the fruit of the spirit of the Most High, higher. Materialistic things is not the fruit of the spirit. People are not the fruit of the spirit. These fruit of spirit. You have to understand the end of it is spirit. So it's not something that you just have because of who you say you are in the flesh. Sister Deborah can't sit and say, I have the fruit of the spirit, if the spirit of the Most High has not ushered it unto me. That just shows you how they teach us to people. The fruit of the spirit is what we shown the world we got. Shown the world that we have. Shown the world that we're capable of doing. Shown the world and how we can get a group of people hidden out in the woods somewhere. Those are people got the wrong. See, this is how they taught people. They taught people to believe it in their flesh. And the people did not grip it in the spirit, because the higher never was about their spirit. Their spirit was about following the flesh of a man or a woman. And so therefore they never did gain this fruit of the spirit. Because I believe, without a doubt, I ain't gonna say I believe, I'm gonna speak this on like it is, in spirit and truth. When you walking in spirit and truth, you have the fruits of the spirit resting therein, even though you might not know it, or even though you might not have brought it forth. It's there, it's present. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Fruits of the spirit is not because somebody got 1 million subscribers. Fruit of the spirit is not because you got 1 million likes. The fruit of the spirit don't mean because you got 1 million members. The fruit of the spirit don't mean because you a leader or pastor or a Maureen, seer, watchman, apostle, a bishop, a priest. That's not the fruit of the spirit. Those are the things of the flesh. Thank you. Those are the things of the flesh. They're supposed to represent the things of Yah. But do they? No, they do not. Because they have no fruit of the spirit to hold up their fleshly self. So they teach from the flesh end, not knowing what is really desire in a higher is the spiritual end. So that's why you don't hear people speaking spirit and truth. You don't hear people speaking about the light. You don't hear people speaking about you don't even hear them speaking about anything that has to do with righteousness. It's sad, but it is what it is. You live like I do here on earth. You hear it, you see it. People, they're not caught up in that, nor will they be, because stuff like that don't mean nothing to people. People don't look at that as anything. So it is what it is. I started my new little diet, and it's my own personal diet. It's a drink that I have. I ended up having too much garlic kind of hate that, but I'm going to do that garlic thing for about a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to back up off of that. Because I did put garlic along with the ginger. The ginger is not bad at all. It's the garlic. So I'm going to use that, and then once I'm finished, I bag them all up. I'm going to take that garlic out because it's just too strong. It even leaves a strong taste in your mouth. But back to the message itself. We as an individuals, not as a group, not as a overall, because we can't even nowadays call ourselves a church. I mean, not a church, a congregation. Okay, we can't even call it, because you got so many different spirits in there, cutting up from the floor. Different mindsets, different personal feelings, personal emotions. You got more emotions and feelings in men today in the year 2022 than a little baby that's out 3 years old. I mean, the emotions, they so sensitive. You see, to the point where they make life is about them, personal. You see, that's when you know they caught up in their feelings. Okay, but and their emotions. But it is what it is. It is what it is. He says it's going to be like the days of Lot, as well as Noah. He said it also. It's going to be like the days of Lot. And those days were, I believe, men stepped into a lifestyle of sensitivity. Sensitive. You know, they more so on the role of a female than they are of a male. I really believe that. I really believe it. So I believe that those prophecies is standing right here today, right before us. They standing right before us, and we calling it everything outside of what it is, because we trying to get away with our role playing. People out here with clown clothes on and role playing, and we hiding behind the role playing by talking about things that we think people want to hear. Now, baby, this ain't about nobody's flesh today. The Father said He finished. You better go to Revelation chapter 10. He said that other trumpet that was about to blow. He said when He was about to blow, hey, the Father said it is finished in Him. It is finished, y'all. I told y'all that. It is finished. He said, so when you all are in situations, it's just like the world is telling you, you're going to have to start defending yourself. You're going to have to start protecting yourself. You're going to have to start standing up for yourself, taking your own stand, your own ground. Okay? Because that's what it's going to be. And those that are out there walking in spirit and truth, let me tell you, and have the light, there's many things you ain't going to even have to even blink at. Because the Father going to have you on every corner. You see? Because He's got plans already. He don't care about you losing, being destroyed by your oppressors. That was a part of his that's a part of His prophecy and His curse is to be destroyed. And we got 99.9 of our men have totally dishonored and disrespect the end game of the curse of Deuteronomy 28, because it identified they ain't who they are. That's why they won't own up to the curse itself. The end game of it. I'm not talking about the beginning of it. The end game. What is to come out of this curse for those that are in captivity. They don't want to touch that level. And when they get ready to touch it, they're going to curse the book itself. They're going to curse Deuteronomy 28. They're going to curse Torah. They already cursed Paul and the New Testament. Some has cursed the Old Testament. Some have already cursed Torah. This is how they're going to do it. As long as they can put it under the guideline of not true, and it's the heathens did this and said this and said this, they're going to come up and they're going to curse that book. The book going to be totally cursed. That's why I say, get this word of the Most High in you. In you. Once it's in you, no matter what they do with the book, guess what? Greater is He that is in you in the word. The word gonna live in you and out of you. So all this stuff about them doing away with what this one said, what that one said, what this one said, who's to sit and say and take away and add? They don't understand that's what they're doing. That was already prophesied they're going to do that. He already knew it. That's why he said don't take away, don't add, because he knew you would. He knew that you would do it. So that also shows you the mindsets of our people and thinking that they're they're standing on so much righteousness, you know, and they don't understand that you're not following the light. The light is not in you. Okay, so I will say to you all to focus more on when you're studying the voice that's in you teaching you. Put more emphasis on he that is present before you. Don't put so much emphasis on you coming to the understanding. Oh, I found out this, or I learned this, or I got it. No, think of the one that's teaching you what you're understanding. Give him more of the glory and the honor. Not give him more. Give him all the glory and the honor from revealing things to you and teaching you as he's teaching you. Let him know that you understand that that's him teaching you things. A lot of people will read the Bible and they begin to read and they say, oh man, this is good. I didn't know that. Or, oh, I did know that, but I didn't know it was that deep. And they give it the praise to their study. Give the honor to where it's at. Give it to the Holy Spirit that's teaching you. Give the credit to the one that's doing it. You know, like a lot of people said teachers nowadays, not nowadays, teachers should have been paid more to teach. They're not really giving what they should be giving. Well, let me tell you something. The greatest teacher is the Ruach HaKodesh, the Father Spirit. Like unto him. No one has taught him. No one has given him the credit from teaching us what? All things. Bringing things to our remembrance, showing us things to come. We still ain't gave him the glory. We still ain't gave him honor. And that's something we need to be doing. And we that are marked already, let me tell you, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be in mind at all times that he rules. He's all power. He's the number one and only teacher. He's the revealer. He's the comforter. He shows us things to come. He controls any and all things. We need to put that into his hands and who he is, and stop trying to claim it for our own. And like I said, when you learn something, claim that thing. Give him all praise and glory from revealing things to you and showing you things. And the more you give him the praise, guess what? He'll give you something else. And I want to share that with y'all. The more you give him the honor and the praise from revealing things to you and teaching you things, you'll see he'll give you more and more and more and more. That's just who he is. He'll continue to give you more. The more you give, the more you give him the praise and the honor from teaching you, revealing things to you, the more he'll give you. And that's for your sake. For his name's sake do he give these things to you, but for your sake in the flesh on this earth, because you're going to need that. When people come up and they're going to be asking questions, they're going to be crying and out of their minds trying to understand this and that. Most of them ain't going to understand it once you give them the word, because they're going to be gone, mentally gone. But those that still thirst for righteousness, they still got a spirit, and that's what it's been lacking. No one wants to feed the spirit of people. They want to feed the flesh, because that's the only one they can control. They can tame. They can manipulate. So they feed them their flesh instead of their spirits. And then again, I got to also kind of straighten that up a little bit, because those that are feeding people flesh, most of them, 99.9 don't have spiritual food to feed nobody, no way. They don't have spirit of truth. They don't have nothing to feed the spirit of a person. That's why they're feeding them the flesh. Yes, that's why they desire to give them flesh. It's because they don't have nothing in the spirit realm. So That makes sense if you really think about it. On that end, it makes sense. You know why people are teaching people from the flesh end. But those that are spirit, they need to get up under those who's teaching spirit and truth, not under those who's teaching flesh. And how you know flesh is everything they talking about is to benefit the flesh and not the spirit. That automatically tell you if a person is not giving your Father all the praise and glory and honor, not by a few words, but by all, giving him the glory and the praise and honor for any and everything come out of our mouth that's righteous and just, that's spirit and truth. Give that credit and that praise to the Most High, because that's who do it. If we could just see how filthy and nasty and corrupt we are, we probably right now stop and just fall on the floor and die, because that's just how ugly we are in the flesh, and thinking we someone and wanting to be someone to the flesh of everybody else, want to be seen, want to be recognized, wants to be leading, ruling, and just all kind of things in the flesh, and never submit their spirit to the throne of the Father. Never. And I think that's sad. How can one want to lead if they haven't learned how to follow? How can one want to lead any people if you have not learned how to follow? You have to learn to follow the voice of the Spirit of Yah. You have to learn how to follow the voice of the Spirit of Yah before you can lead and want and desire people to follow you. So you can't be leading if you ain't learned to shut your ugly mouth and be a follower. A lot of people talking about follower other pastors, teachers, bishops, preacher, all these big old, not big old, all these other positions. It ain't nothing big about you been following somebody for 1,000,000 years. You've been following the flesh. That's all you've been following. Until you have learned to follow the Spirit of a higher, you still can't be a leader. See, that's something what a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand stuff like that. The greatest one to follow is the Spirit of Yah in you. And if you have not learned to follow the Spirit of Yah in you, leading you, guiding you, teaching you spirit and truth, you ain't got no business being a leader. You ain't got no business being nobody leader. See, that's what, honestly, a lot of those scriptures that's telling you how can you hear it except there be a preacher? How can a person preach it except they've been sent? See, y'all don't detach spirit and truth to those. You just read it verbatim and just assume, oh, this is what, no, it's talking spirit, y'all. It's sending message spiritual. And that's what everybody misses. And that's what everybody has walked in and on all these years, is what they hear in the flesh and not grip the things in the spirit. And that's why you got people just going to and fro. There is so much danger out here to where I'm tired of warning you. I'm going to be honest with you. There's danger on YouTube, danger on Facebook, danger on Twitter, danger on Instagram, danger on Patreon, danger on every platform there is that the Satan has created. Danger. But the greater danger is on these platforms and in the media and in your own city, your neighborhood, your community. Because that same danger that's on this media and on these platforms is the reality of the danger that's in your next door. The danger in your household. The dangers in your city. The danger in your state. The danger in your country. The dangers all over the world. And everybody sitting here saying, let's play patty cake, bake man. All right. Only the spiritual can see the chaos in the world today. Yeah, you see people waiting to hear who killed who did this, they did this. They seeing so much over in Ukraine and over in China. They ain't even seen the reality of true life that's in their household, that's in their neighborhood, that's next door, that's in their community, that's in their state, that's in their city. It is off the chain. Off the chain. So it ain't chained up. It's off the chain. That's just how bad it is. And we just living life like it's nothing to it and have not seen. And then the media kind of tell you a little bit about what's going on to the point where your spirit should be troubled. But you don't see nobody's trouble. You don't see nobody trouble. Everybody living like this is the best day of their life. You better live it like that. Because I guess when it come down to judging the spirit of man, the lake of fire, or the new Jerusalem is eternal. So I guess you better live right now where you can be destroyed in your mind and just living, but waiting for somebody to take your life, because that's where we at today. And a lot of people say when we cross that bridge, when they get there, you can't cross a bridge, you ain't gonna have the cross. And that's where it's sad. A lot of people think, oh, we gonna cross that bridge when we get there, but baby, you ain't gonna have no bridge to cross. What bridge he told you gonna cross? Huh? What bridge that somebody done told you gonna be there for you to cross? No, you gonna die on the other side, thinking you gonna cross a bridge. You gonna reach your destiny where you gonna change the way you think, to feel, and get right. And you gonna stop doing this and stop doing. Baby, he finished. He is finished. It's this drug. It's opia or something, opia or whatever. All these different type of things that's taking lives up out of here. Especially these white people. It's taking them up out of here by great numbers. You see, when I think of them, they don't see. To me, they see only. Now I ain't gonna say all of them, but a big number of them. They see only unrighteousness. Because if you can't see what your country is doing, you just a person that sees what you want to see, and that's it. And even if it's in front of you showing you unrighteous, you still love the unrighteous, showing you unrighteous. You still love the idea of, long as it ain't you. I don't care what they do to these people. That ain't my life. That ain't my problem. So I, Sister Deborah, just wanted to give you a little something before I get to where I'm going. And I like to say to you, more so, give the Father all credit and all glory and honor. Praise him while you have a chance. Acknowledge him in having all power and all glory and all honor. Oh, you all recognize him. And I, Sister Deborah, say to you, shalom and shalom.